The George Burns Early Christmas Special, starring George Burns, with guest stars Bob Hope, the Playboy Playmates, Hans Conried, the Hawkins family, Ross Satin, and special guest star Anne Margaret.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. A Merry Christmas, ho, 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 and a Merry Christmas. These are my reindeer. It was cold up north, and I needed something to keep me warm. You wouldn't want me to catch cold, would you? Reindeer, do something. You ought to see them swish their tails. Okay, dears, wait for me in the stable. You can wait for me in Chasen's. Santa Claus travels his way and I travel mine. You know, they're not really reindeer. They're the 5 playmates from Playboy magazine. They're lots of fun. The cute one who just gave me a kiss loves to run her fingers through my hair. I walked into my dressing room and caught her doing it. By the way, they're dressing right next door to me, and there's a little hole in the wall between our dressing rooms. I was going to plug it up. I figured, no, let them enjoy themselves. Here it is, the first Christmas show of the year, and you can't open a Christmas show without a Christmas song. Jack, a little music. No, that belongs to Bing Crosby. Let's try something else. I'll be home. No, that's his too. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? That belongs to Perry Como. I'll never find a Christmas song, they're all taken. I've got one song I sing the day after Christmas. Jack, let's do it. Just send me one, don't send me two. Wait a minute. You're probably wondering why we're doing a Christmas show this early. Well, I'm not going to tell you. We're doing it early because everything is early these days. Football starts before baseball is over. Basketball starts before football is over. And while they're still playing basketball, baseball starts again. I don't know whether to tackle, dribble, or slide into home plate. Everything is ahead of schedule these days. Some people are even having babies before they get married. They do everything early. Getting pretty ridiculous. It's even affected me. This morning when I got up, I had dinner. I had to last night before I went to bed. I had breakfast. I can't wait until Easter to shoot off my firecracker. But celebrating Christmas early has a lot of advantages. You have lots more time to rewrap the presents you didn't want and give them to somebody else who can't use them either. And you don't have to wait so long to be jolly. I hated to wait until December to get jolly. I like to get my jollies early. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah, my key. Just send me one. Don't send me two. If you send me three, I'll just send two back to you. Once I had 4, ordered one more. God knows any man alive could never handle 5, even if they're free or coming COD. Cancel my order, send the money to charity. 2 ain't twice the fun, it's cheaper having none. But Lord, won't you please just send me 1. I had a friend one time who didn't have a dime. He lost his head and ordered 3 at a time. He tried to say it didn't matter what it cost. His head was not the only part of anatomy he lost. Just send me 1. Don't send me 2. You send me 3, I'll just send 2 back to you. Once I had 4, ordered one more. God knows any man alive could never handle 5, even if they're free or coming COD. Cancel my order, send the money to charity. 2 ain't twice the fun, it's cheaper having none. So Lord, won't you please just send me 1?
Not 2 but 1.
Oh Lord, won't you
Send me 1.
We have a Christmas surprise for you. Santa, not yet. You're supposed to come in later. Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, now for our Christmas surprise. Here she is, Ann-Margret. Annie, where are you?
Here I am.
You're supposed to be in the box.
Well, I was in there, but I couldn't see the show.
I've been watching it. So far, it's very good.
Oh.
What are you going to do for us?
I have this recording called Hold Me, Squeeze Me, and we have worked up this big production number around it.
Sounds great. Hold me, squeeze me, but what's that got to do with Christmas?
Oh, just hold me and squeeze me, and you'll find out.
We'll save that for New Year's.
Okay.
Annie, you get ready, and I'll give you a nice big introduction.
Okay.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's a very exciting number, starring the incomparable, delightful, delicious Ann-Margret and her dance group, Raw Satin. I would have made the introduction even bigger if she'd stayed in the box. That box cost me $30.
The show. I can't stand all demands. If you live among me tonight, I can't wait till we're through. Here's what I want you to do. Just hold me, squeeze me, love me, say you'll never leave me. Just hold me, squeeze me, love me, ain't no one to do it. Just hold me, squeeze me, love me, say you'll never leave me. Just hold me. So if you're out to buy it, don't forget to try it. Ask me for a demo or 2. Sexy little ladies get a little crazy. I'm the one that's right for you. I can't stand all demands. If you let the mommy tonight, I can't wait till we're through. Here's what I want you to do. if you ought to buy, don't forget to try. Ask me for a demo or two, honey. Sexy little ladies get a little crazy. I'm the one that's right for you. I can't stand all demands. If you lay them on me tonight, I can't wait till we're through. Here's what I want you to do. Just hold me, squeeze me. Just hold me, squeeze me.
Annie, like I said, you're incomparable, you're delightful, and you're delicious. And you kids were great, too. Thank you very much. Just great. Just great. Annie, let's go down here. We got a little talking to do. Haven't seen you for a long time. Annie, it's really nice to have you on my show.
George, it's really nice to be on your show.
And Annie, it's nice to be working with you.
George, it's nice to be working with you.
And Annie, I love the way you sing.
Thank you.
I said, I love the way you sing.
Thank you again.
I think I'll start over. Annie, it's really nice to have you on the show.
George, it's really nice to be on your show.
And I always love playing your records.
Thank you.
Annie, I make records too.
Thank you.
Look, kid, I don't think I'm getting anywhere.
Yes, you are. Just keep right on talking.
Annie, you see, when you pay somebody a compliment, you usually get one in return.
Oh, now I understand.
Good. Annie, I love the way you sing.
George, your tuxedo fits beautifully.
I'll tell my tailor. Now, let's forget the compliments, but I really mean this. You're a very, very pretty girl. And if I was a girl, I'd like to look just like you.
Oh, that's very nice. And if I were a man...
Now, don't embarrass me.
I won't. I would like to look exactly like Burt Reynolds.
I'm embarrassed. To tell you the truth, I'd like to look like Burt Reynolds, too. Are you ready to do our song?
Sure. And George?
Yeah?
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I love the way you sing.
So do I.
You're nobody till somebody loves you.
You got to find someone who loves you every minute.
You're nobody, yeah, till somebody cares.
Yes, look around and find some loving guy.
You may be king.
You may.
You may possess.
You may.
The world
It's not the money that's important.
gold won't bring you happiness.
Well, go where you want to go, do what you want to do. I don't
When you're
care.
growing old, the world still is the same. You're never ever gonna
You can't
change.
afford to be alone on the shelf.
As sure as the stars shine above.
Don't want to be feeling sad and lonely.
You're nobody.
You're nobody.
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 Till somebody loves
Yes, find yourself a
you.
loving fella.
So find yourself somebody.
Yes, go out and find somebody.
somebody to love.
To love.
Love.
To love.
Love.
To love.
Love.
To love. Annie, you stepped on my vocal cord.
Oh.
On practically all of the Christmas specials, they always bring in their families and sit around the living room and sing songs and open presents. Like Andy Williams, the Osmonds, Johnny Cash, they all do it. So I thought maybe you'd like to meet my family. It's nice to have the family together for Christmas. This is my cousin Randy. Randy, what are you knitting?
Nothing. I'm just practicing. Next week I'm going to try it with the yarn.
She comes from Gracie's side of the family. And this is my Aunt Sandra. Would you believe that she ran away from school when she was 17?
But I didn't get into trouble. I ran away with the principal.
He probably helped her with her homework. And this is Heidi, my twin sister. Hasn't she held up well? She was my parents' favorite. Mine, too. We're twins. How come you look so much better than I do?
Oh, don't forget, I'm 5 minutes younger than you are.
Yeah, I always forget that. And this is oh, there you are. This is my niece, Michelle. Michelle, you're 42, aren't you?
I used to be, but I lost some weight.
Well, you could have fooled me, kid. And this is my other cousin, Kelly. We spend every Christmas together.
That's right. We roast chestnuts, we trim the tree, we have a few eggnogs, and at the stroke of midnight...
Shh, don't have to tell everything. Well, it's certainly nice being together again. Not yet, Santa. Not now. He must have a rocket in his pants. Well, anyway, it's nice to be with the family again. Wait a minute. Where's Grandma? Grandma, what big eyes you have.
We're a very close family.
Or closer than that. Move in.
I just want to tell you, this is Bob, early Christmas show hope, reminding you it was the night before Christmas, and all through the House, not a Democrat was stirring, and they're pretty quiet in the Senate, too. Anyway, here I am on the George Burns show. George Burns, the Peter Pan of the prune juice set. But I want to tell you, I'm a little upset with him for not coming to my 78th birthday celebration, but he said he didn't like to go to kiddie parties. And how do you like that guy? 5 playmates. I look at the pictures and he takes them out. And boy, does that guy think young. I saw him out with them last night. Would you believe a skateboard for 6? Anyway, I love this time of the year. Everyone's so full of goodwill. The other day, Dolores and I got a gift subscription to the National Enquirer from Carol Burnett. Now, Christmas shopping is always a problem, but not for me. I get all my presents from Gucci's, and the ones I give, I get from JCPenney's. Now, I went to the gift counselor at Penny's, and I asked him, I said, what can I get for Phyllis Diller? He said, if you're lucky, you'd get about $5. That's not nice to say about my Phyllis. Anyway, Santa Claus gets all the credit for Christmas, but the one who really deserves it is Mrs. Santa Claus. What other wife would buy that story, see you in the morning, honey, I'll be out all night delivering toys? Of course, Christmas in Southern California is always different. Where else can you hear a department store Santa Claus say, get off my knee, kid, it's sunburn? You know, in previous years, I always went overseas at Christmas time and entertained the troops. This year, I'm staying in California to entertain a complete bunch of strangers, my family. But they'd be surprised, I'd tell you that.
Bob, that was great. And nobody does a monologue as well as you.
But I'm not through yet.
I've been in show business all of my life, and I've seen them all. You're the best monologist I ever heard.
But I'm not through yet.
Your timing, your delivery, the way you stop at the end of a joke and look at the audience. Bob, you're in a class by yourself.
I'm through. How do you like it? How do you like it? I came all the way here from Palm Springs to do 2.5 minutes.
You came all the way from Palm Springs?
Yeah, are you kidding? They stopped me in Pomona for a fruit fly inspection. Isn't that ridiculous?
I think I got one. Bob, whenever I think of Christmas, I think of you entertaining the troops all over the world.
Oh, thanks, George, but you didn't have to bring that up.
Yes, I did, because I wanted to mention that I entertained the troops, too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's true, and I've got pictures here to prove it. Look at this one.
World War I?
That's right.
But these are German troops. I mean, why would our government want you to entertain them?
I'll tell you why. They surrendered after my third song.
It took them that long, huh?
Well, that was before I became a country singer.
Oh, I'll be darned.
I didn't stutter then either.
Is that right? So you entertained the troops in World War I?
Look at this.
The Civil War, too?
They loved me in Gettysburg.
Yeah, but I don't see you in the picture.
Well, I'm in the tent. I'm putting on my makeup.
No wonder he played God. He's old enough.
Bob, that's not the only time I entertained Lincoln. I was on the stage singing at the Ford Theater in Washington when it happened.
Oh, now it makes sense. Booth missed you and hit him, huh?
Right in the middle of Red Rose Rag.
George, this doesn't add up. How could you have entertained troops in the Civil War?
It's simple. I was too old to be drafted.
I'll buy that. I know I'm going to hate myself for asking this next question. George, is that the first time you entertained the troops?
No.
I was right. I hate myself. Washington crossing the Delaware?
He was on his way to Trenton.
I know you were playing the Keith Theater and he wanted to get your autograph, huh?
Well, I gave one to Ben Franklin. I figured, why shouldn't I give one to George?
Oh, great patriot. Boy, you really got around. You covered everything but Custer's Last Stand.
Why do you think I'm wearing this?
George, before you take me back to the Crusades, can I go now?
Not yet. I've got a great exit for you.
Oh, you're kidding.
Boys, come out here. Give him the flute.
Do you know thanks for the memory?
Forward, march. Column left. Nice kid, that Bob Hope. And they wonder where all the young talent is coming from. Well, I don't know about you, but I'd like to take another look at those Playboy Playmates. I might take a couple of looks. Here they are, and I'm sure you'll enjoy them.
You're making me high, and you just can't help it. I should give it some time. and wait for the right sign that you want me. You're driving me wild. You're making me fall in love with you, baby. I'm losing control. I don't wanna let go yet till you want me, but my body keeps changing, my mind keeps changing, my heart. When we're dancing, my body says love you tonight. You drive me out of my mind. When we're dancing, well I know it wouldn't be right to say take me home tonight. But when we get to dancing, when I see you dancing, when it comes to dancing, and ooh, when we're dancing across the floor, my heart's crying out for more, 'cause I just can't resist you. Well, I know it wouldn't be right to say take me home tonight. But when we get to dancing, when I see you dancing, when it comes to dancing, when I see you dancing, my body keeps changing, my mind keeps changing, my heart. When we're dancing.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. Girls, that was a beautiful Christmas song.
Oh, but that wasn't a Christmas song.
No.
For you, it was close enough. Well, did Santa Claus? Not yet. What's his hurry? He must have a job someplace else. Have you been rehearsing the sand dance?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Well, let's get some sand. Sand. Now, you see, this being a Christmas show, we're using white sand. Isn't that exciting? Okay, Jack, let's do it. Dee-dee-doo. Dee-dum-dee-doo, dee-dee-dee-doo-dee, dee-dee-doo. Dee-dum-dee-doo, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-ba-ba-da, tee-tee, tee-tee. Don't hurt yourself, girls. Tee-tee. Ba-bum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum-bum. This is show business. Imagine getting paid for this. Dee-dee-dum. Da-da-da-doo-dee-da-bum. I'll sing sweet love songs, honey, all the time. Hey, promise me that you will be mine, sweet baby mine. I ain't got nobody. Oh, nobody cares for. Nobody cares for. Nobody cares for. Bum, 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 ba-da. Nobody cares for. You know, at Christmas time, there's one character you can't get away from. And we couldn't either. So here he is, the meanest man in the world, Mr. Bah Humbug himself, Ebenezer Scrooge. You got a nice reception. They like you.
Well, I like that. I like you. I like everybody. Hi out there.
Aren't you Ebenezer Scrooge?
Yeah, but you can call me Eb.
But I don't understand. You're supposed to be the meanest man in the world.
Oh, I am, but not at this time of the year.
Where's your English accent?
Oh, I say that for the Christmas season. Yeah, that's when I put the termites into Tiny Tim's crotches.
And that's when you stop talking to your wife?
Oh, I don't even talk to her now. That's a little joke.
A little tiny one, yes. Hey, let me get this straight. You're really a happy-go-lucky guy, but suddenly around Christmas time you get mean?
No, not suddenly. You don't get mean overnight. You gotta warm up to it.
You do, huh?
Yeah, like around December the 1st when the paper boy throws me the paper.
I see.
I throw it back at him. Knock the little beggar right off his bike.
That's for a starter.
Yeah. And then when the Girl Scouts come around, I crumble their cookies.
Now you're just warming up.
Right.
Warming up, yeah.
Now I help with old ladies halfway across the street, and I leave them there.
Now you're really mean.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet. You know, Don Rickles would be proud of you.
Don Rickles? That amateur. He says nice things about his mother.
What about your mother?
Oh, around December the 10th, I raise her rent.
I'm surprised you don't evict her.
Oh, that's on the 20th.
On the 20th? You're really mean on the 20th.
Yeah.
What have you got left for Christmas Eve?
Oh, Christmas Eve. That's when I fire all my help.
I see.
Yeah, I plug up a few chimneys so old Fatso can't get down. I call up Dean Martin, tell him Jack Daniels died.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But we're doing a Christmas show right now. Can't you do a few little mean things now?
No, I told you now is out of season. You gotta feel it, George. Meanness has to come from the heart.
I think I know how to make you mean.
Huh?
You're not getting paid.
No pay.
No pay.
How do you like that? No pay.
Doesn't it bother you that you're not getting paid?
Nothing bothers me. Nothing.
If nothing bothers him, I think I found the right guy for my sister Goldie. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Hans Conried. Let's bring him out again. Hans. It was nice working with you, and I'd like to pay you a real good compliment. You always were, and you always will be, a fine actor.
Oh, thank you. And George, your tuxedo fits
well.
Beautifully. Yeah.
Now, before you start hanging up your stockings, we have something very Christmassy for you. And here they are, the Hawkins family.
Just when you think you've got it all together, a problem knocks you off your feet, and then you find yourself on your knees crying. Oh, Lord. Just when you think everything's all right, that's when the devil, he begins to fight, and then you find yourself on your knees crying. Oh, Lord. He'll be there when you want him. He'll be there whenever you need him. You just call the name of Jesus. He'll be right there. Yeah. Oh, don't you worry. You don't have to
That number was simply wonderful.
Thank you.
How about doing a little song with me?
Mr. Burns, we'd do anything in the world for you.
Really?
Yes, sir. If you entertain Mr. Lincoln, then you're a friend of ours.
Very good. Gather around it. Let's do something nice and pretty.
Well, it would help if we knew what we were going to sing.
That goes for me, too. Okay, Morty, let's try it. I could be happy, I can be sad, I can be good. Not now, Santa. What's the matter with him? He could wear out my chimney. Again. I could be happy, could be sad, could be good, could be bad. It all depends on you.
It all depends on you.
Could be humble, could be proud, could be lonesome in a crowd. It all depends on you.
It all depends on you.
I could make money and spend it, go right on living or rent it. You ought to blame honey for what I do.
What I do.
Could be beggar, could be king, could be almost any old thing.
It all depends on you.
That was nice. Wait, we're not through yet. We're not through yet. Okay. Morty, you made me love you. I didn't want to do it.
Didn't want to do it, didn't want to do it, didn't want to do it.
You made me want you, and all the time you knew it.
All the time you knew it, all the time you knew it, all the time you knew it.
You made me happy sometimes, you made me sad. And there were times, dear, you made me feel so glad.
So glad.
You made me...
So glad.
You made me... That was pretty. So glad.
So glad.
You made me sigh for so glad.
So glad.
You made me sigh for I didn't want to tell you.
Didn't want to tell you.
Didn't want to do it.
Didn't want to do it.
So glad.
So glad.
Tell you.
Tell you.
Do it.
Do it.
Glad.
Glad.
I need your love, that's true.
Yes, I do. Indeed, I do. You know I do.
Give me what I sigh for. You know you got the brand of kisses that I die for. You know you made me love you. Da-dee-doo-da-dee-doo-dee-doo. You. Da-dee-doo-da-dee-doo-dee-doo. You. Da-dee-doo-da-dee-doo-da-dee-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You didn't want to do it, but you did.
Yes, we did.
We did it. That was wonderful. Just perfect. I don't mind the match going out, but I don't want to go out with it. Look, here's something that I never do. You know, 64 years ago, I did an act in vaudeville. It was called Smith and Lorraine. I was Smith. And Lorraine was Billy Lorraine. And he happens to be sitting in the audience. And I'd like them to take a bow. Billy? Billy, do you mind if I tell one story about you? Okay. Now, Billy stutters, and he's been stuttering all of his life. And people who stutter never stutter when they sing. And Billy and I were playing the Colonial Theater in Akron, and we were living together in this little hotel. I was in the lobby reading a paper, and Billy came running out of our room all excited, and he stuttered, and he stammered, and he stuttered, and he stuttered, and I says, Billy, sing it. And he sang, "We were just robbed." Billy, come up here.
Look all right?
Look fine. Billy, here we are on the stage again after all these years.
Yes.
Will you sing a song?
Of course I will.
Marty, play Old Times in E flat.
It seems like old times, having you to sing to. It seemed like old times, having you to swing to. And it's still a thrill just to be right here around you. Just like it was 64 years ago, George. That was the first time that I found you. It seems like old times. We had girls and dates and flowers, and they were wonderful times, ladies and gentlemen. We kept staying up for hours, making dreams come true. And all those things that we used to do, it seemed like old times, George, being here with you.
Billy, that was beautiful, and we'll do it again in another 64 years.
Good.
And Billy, wait for me in my dressing room. Yeah. There's a hole in the wall. Enjoy yourself. And now it's finally time for Santa Claus. Direct from the North Pole, ladies and gentlemen, here's Santa. Direct from the North Pole, where is Santa?
Hey, a man can stay in a chimney only so long, you know. Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. George, the next time you got a job like this, give it to somebody else, will you? The things you have to do to stay in show business, my goodness.
I don't know why he's so mad. I'm letting him keep the Santa Claus suit. Here's a song that has a lovely thought. Not only fits Christmas, but applies for every day of the year. It was written by Hal David and Archie Jordan. Let's do it. Using things and loving people, that's the way it's got to be. Using things and loving people, look around and you can see. But loving things and using people only leads to misery. Using things and loving people, that's the way it's got to be. Being loved is in the giving. All we have is what we share. Loving life is for the living. You have to have a heart to care. But loving things and using people only leads to misery. Using things and loving people, that's the way it's got to be. So put your hand inside my hand. I don't know where the road will lead. We may not find the things we want, but we will find the things we need. And all we need is love. Using things and loving people brings you happiness, I found. Using things and loving people, not the other way around. 'Cause loving things and using people only leads to misery. Using things and loving people, that's the way it's got to be. For you and me. For you and me. Well, that's our show. And I want to wish you all an early Merry, Merry Christmas. And don't forget to tune in January for our Easter show. Now, we can't have a Christmas show without snow. So let's have some snow. Let's have some snow. This is me speaking. Let there be snow. Kiss me, kid. Thank you.